What's up, fellas? Got a fun one today. Submitted, I think it's 49 cards. Yeah, 49 cards off to PSA back in December, I think December 4th, and they just got back today. So pumped to get these ripped open. I scrolled through the grades quickly because I cannot wait. I wanted to wait so that it was a genuine surprise reveal. But what I will say is the vast majority of these cards, I do not remember what the grades were, but definitely don't remember all of them. So there will still be some nice surprises in here. My overall gem weight was not spectacular by any means, but did get a solid number of 10s, solid number of 9s, and a few 8s. I don't think I got anything less than that, if I'm remembering correctly. Got a chipped piece of plastic there. Hopefully that's not indicative of something being messed up in the box. All right. So we've got them all out. Now let's take a look at the first one. All right. First up, so I sent a lot of stuff that I always do this PSA. I always submit a bunch of stuff that I end up getting back. I'm like, why the hell did I send this? But sent an Ellie De La Cruz Arrivals, which got a gem mint 10. I've not done any sort of cost analysis on any of these leading up to this, but I will definitely throw the best estimation I can on the screen, as well as what I spent on the overall submission. So this is a Brandon Miller to 85. PSA 9. This is one of the ones I was really hoping for a 10 on. Just a good looking card. All right, so let's get some stacks going here. Move my computer keyboard a bit. All right, so we got a 10 stack and a 9 stack. Hopefully we just need 3. All right, Jackson Merrill on the Future Stars. And we got a PSA 9. This is from Logo Fractor, which is the reason I sent that in. But unfortunately, no 10. Got a Jackson Holiday. I think this is just the... Oh, no, this is the numbered. So this is down here at the bottom. $4.99. Mint 9. That was one of the ones I was also very much so hoping for 10. And like, if you look at this, it's a really, really clean card. I didn't see any surface issues when I looked it over. The centering's really good. No corner dings. I couldn't find anything. Maybe there's like a little surface mark. Anyway, got a 9. All right. Next up, we've got a Shohei. I was really hoping for a 10 on this one. I do remember this one. It is not a 10, it's a 9. I just love these Stars in the Night inserts. I think top to bottom centering, not perfect on that. And they also did just up their difficulty of getting a 10 from a centering perspective, so certainly could have contributed, but still a really cool card. Our 9 stack is way too much bigger than our 10 stack right now, so hopefully it starts to turn. I think it's just a Wimby base. Mint 9. There's something up there in the top left corner. Looks like a smudge. I definitely don't recall that being there, but not a crazy card nonetheless. Just figured I'd try to send it off. Why not? Jackson Merrill. It's from Update, so we got a 10 on that. I did send some of this Paper Tops Update in. A lot of these sell for like, were selling at least for like 40 to 50 bucks, depending on who it was, and the special was $15 a card. So I figured I would shoot these off and just take a shot on some of them, since they generally do grade well, make 20, 25 bucks a card. But we got another 10 on the board. I do remember this grade. This is a really cool card. It's from one of the silver packs, Babe Ruth to 25, number 23 to 25, and it got a PSA 10. So I'd be very curious to see. I might not even be able to comp this. I'm not sure how many folks would have sent off the orange silver pack Babe Ruth out of 25, but a really, really cool card that I was very, very happy to get a 10 with. That should be one of the bigger cards of the submission that helps offset some of these 9s. Another really cool one, Keontae George. This is an autograph card numbered out of 25. And got a mint 9. I can't remember. This might have been a redemption. I've pulled a lot of Keontae George autographs, like 4 or 5 of them from boxes I've opened, and I've had a couple of them be redemptions. I can't remember if this one was or not, but certainly a cool card. Wish it had got a 10, but the 9 is, I'll take it. There's like some little dimples. I don't know if you can see. It's so hard. Yeah, right there. There's like some really minor spots on the front of the card, and I figured that would probably get it a 9, but just a cool card of a young player, numbered super low, so I figured I'd send it off anyway and take a shot. Sent a bunch of Pwccs, mostly base or like little, cheap inserts. And let's see what we got here. I think this is from no, this is paper. So got a PSA 10 on that. Skeens Topps update. Sent a bunch of these in, and a bunch, I mean 4 or 5. Got another Skeens here. Got a 9 of the 35th anniversary, 1989. Got another Jackson Merrill, mint 9 on the rookie debut. So definitely will lose some money on those 9s on the paper, but again, just figured I'd send off kind of a bulk lot of them and see where we land. Pwcc, PSA 10. Pwcc on the Allen and Ginter. I think this is the Chrome, which got a mint 9. Y'all know I love Allen and Ginter if you've watched some of my videos before. So definitely sent off a chunk from Allen and Ginter in this submission. Pwcc, I think this is a Chrome version. Yeah, got a 9. I have a bunch of these, and this was the one that I thought looked perfect. And I was apparently wrong. Trying to look at it through the camera. Anyway, that's on the case there. Anyway, it was not perfect, unfortunately. There's a tiny, maybe slight corner ding down there. Anyway, got a 9 on that Skeens. Launched into orbit, Ellie De La Cruz. I like these inserts a lot. Got a 9. But just a cool card. I like the shape of those. I don't really love die cuts normally, but that was a cool one. Shohei on the mini. I think this is a Chrome mini from Allen and Ginter. It is, and it got a 10. Any PSA 10 of Shohei generally does pretty well. And the Chrome is like it's not really short print, but slightly shorter print than your typical mini, since there's like 1, and I can't remember how many packs, but glad to get the 10 on that for sure. This was one that I was disappointed with. This is one of my lower grades that I can remember from when I was scrolling through the grades last night. This is a Brock Purdy from Clearly Donruss, rather. And maybe some light scratches on the surface. I don't remember. I forgot. Isn't it so weird you send cards off for grading and they come back and you're like, I would have remembered reviewing that, because I look at cards in pretty good detail before I submit them. So I was surprised that this got an 8. But again, in shipping, I mean, did it move around at all? Get any sort of surface scratches? Could have, but unfortunately got an 8 on the Brock. So we'll definitely lose some money on that one. Jaden Daniels, I think this is just a base from Mosaic. It is mint 9. Definitely not my best submission from a 9 perspective. Jaden, this is an NFL debut. Also got a 9. Both of those look really good to me, so I was surprised that neither got a 10. I think those are the only 2 I sent. This is a first off the line from Mosaic. I think it's a pink swirl or green swirl of Trey Benson. I just sent it because it was a rookie. Obviously not a huge name, but numbered 1 out of 13, and that got a pink swirl, and that got a 9 as well. All right, to the bigger stack here. So Amonra, this is an orange, I think, from Mosaic out of 199. Got a 9. I just sent that because it's just cool. Numbered Amonra, obviously a good player, but I love the national prides with the American flag in the background on those parallels. This was one that I was probably the one of the cards in the submission I was most hoping for a 10 on, and we did not get it. Ryan Williams autograph. I pulled this out of a box of Bowman Chrome U. obviously. But just an absolute freak of a player and just a really, really cool card. Was really, really hopeful of all the cards in the submission. This one and one other were the top two that I was hoping for 10s on, and unfortunately did not get it with that one. This is one of those ones I wish I hadn't sent in probably. I can't remember if it got what grade it got, but Shohei insert astrologically aligned, mint 9. Probably not going to do a whole lot from a value perspective, which is obviously why you send cards in most of the time, or for most cards. There's some cards in this submission that for sure I'm planning to hold on to. But Travis Hunter, this is from his Sapphire first, and he got a 9. I was very surprised with this one. I remember looking this one over forever. Cleaned it, wiped it down, all the things. I just really cannot figure out the 9 there. But I'm certainly not looking at him as in detail as the PSA team is. Generally, you don't see Kelly Oubre, non-rookies especially, in a submission, but it's a gold out of Mosaic number to 10. So I took a shot on it, see if I could get the 10 premium, and it got a 9 also. We're not doing well here, boys. These stacks are too tall. Jason Dominguez, I think this is chrome, or no, this is the silver. So I opened 2 or 3 hot boxes. So this is the silver portrait hot box of Jason Dominguez from Allen and Ginter, and these generally grade pretty well, and if they don't have surface issues, and that one got a 10. Anthony Edwards, this is just a long time card that I've had sitting in a pile. You can see the centering's a little off on the back, but not terrible. A little off on the front maybe as well, but I just figured I'd get it slabbed up because Anthony Edwards is just a freak, but it got a 9. Next up, we got Jackson Holiday, and that is the silver portrait hot box as well, and that got a 10. Jason Dominguez, and that's numbered to 499. This was another one of the cards I was really hoping for a 10 on, and we got it. Green Crackle full board, really cool card, and one of the guys that I'm just really high on. I think he's going to be really good, but we'll see. Next up, we got Asar Thompson, the one of the brothers that is not on fire right now. Amin has been playing insane, but this is numbered to 75. Got a Gem Mint 10, and that's the introductions insert teal. Is that teal? Looks green to me, but maybe it is teal. I swear I think I submitted that as a green, but maybe I was wrong. Victor, this is probably the silver. Yep, the hot box silver portrait. Again, and that is a Gem Mint 10. So I don't know what that'll do, but I bet it does decent from a sales perspective. It's obviously non-licensed and not a Topps product or a rookie card that's super desirable, but it is technically a rookie card or a rookie year card. Dalton Kincaid, I cannot remember what this is. Oh, this is the checkerboard. Yeah, this is one I was really disappointed with as well. Because, man, it looks so clean. But I'm sure there's something that contributed to that 8. I mean, the centering on the back is definitely off, but they're generally fairly forgiving with back centering. But yeah, I was hoping for a better grade there, but oh well. Got the 8. I think there's one more 8 in here somewhere. Paul Skeens, Topps update. That got an 8. Yeah, this was the one I was so confused on, which obviously is not that huge of a deal. It's not like a huge card by any means. But to me, it almost like there's a little whitening in the corner, but they're not going to hit you with an 8 over whitening. It's almost like there's got to be an indent somewhere. I just can't, I don't know, I can't figure that one out, but 8 on the Skeens. I think that's our last 8, hopefully. I need a few more 10s to even out here. Chronologically aligned of Ellie. That got a 9. Really wish I'd not sent off all those Cosmic Chrome inserts like this one into the Cosmos of Ellie 9. Because they basically all came back 9s, and they're going to be, you know, basically the equivalent overall card, more than likely. Yamamoto from Allen & Ginter, and that is also the Silver Portrait Hot Box. PSA 10, did well on those. My favorite card of the submission is still coming up somewhere, hopefully. Paul Skeens on the update. Mint 10. Jackson Merrill on the mini, and is the black border. PSA 10 at Allen & Ginter. So this is one of the big boys. For those familiar with Allen & Ginter, this is Jason Dominguez Brooklyn back, which is hand numbered to 25. So just a really sick short printed mini. Obviously the minis are kind of one of the main parts of Allen & Ginter. So this was one of the 2 cards that I mentioned I was really hoping for a 10 on, and we got the 10. When I was looking it over, I was like, man, it looks like a perfect card, and fortunately it was. So we'll see. This might be one I hang on to for a while, but I'll be interested to see if there's any that have been graded, and if so, what the value might be. Got another mini here. So this is Adley Rutschman, and what's special about this one is it's the no number. So if you look at the back of a normal card, they have like the number 31 there. In this instance, it just has that kind of little design. And it's not a rookie of Adley Rutschman, but it did get a 10. And the no numbers are pretty rare. I think they're about 50 copies per. So I was really happy to get a 10 on that one. That one could be sneaky, I think. Another mini, I think this is the Chrome of Schemes, and that got a 10. I would think that does pretty well. Got another mini, Jason Dominguez. I think that's Chrome. Got a 10 as well. Got a Shea. So this is a short print from the Mosaic series of like the in-season tournament inserts. Got a 9. I thought this thing was super clean, but they're just really cool looking cards. I'm a big Shea fan, so this will probably sit in my Shea collection because I just like him. And he's real good at basketball. That's another 9 to add to the pile. Grady Dick, number to 75. I think this is like a Fire Burst maybe, or like a Lava. That's just a badass looking card, but PSA 9. Jamar Chase. So this is another one like the Anthony Edwards rated rookie that I had. This is a holo version of rated rookie from Optic, and I've had it sitting. I bought it raw like in 2020, and it's just been sitting in a top loader forever, and it got a 9, unfortunately. I thought it had a pretty decent chance at a 10. There's no surface scratches that I could see. Centering was solid. Corners look good, edges look good. But they must have found something. Anyway, 9 on the Chase. This was another one that I was hoping for a 10 on, not necessarily from a value perspective, but I just think these cards are cool. This was like kind of the first year where a lot of people were going exclusive with Fanatics or with Topps on autographs from the basketball side, and they did the no autographs in the Donruss set for the next day autographs. And I pulled one of Grady's Dick next day autographs, which has no autograph right there in Chrome. So I just think it's a really cool card. Was glad to get a 10 on that. We'll be interested to see what the population count is on that in a 10. Aaron Judge, I think this is a blue number to 75, if I recall. It is to 99, rather, Blue Moon Refractor. Anytime you can gem up a numbered Judge in a cool looking card like that is nice, but it got a 9. And the last card in the set is Christian Encarnacion Strand, and this is a God, I can't even remember the set. Jim McKinn, which I was really happy with getting that. He's not like a huge name by any means, but it's numbered to 99. It's out of Gilded collection. These autographs just look really good to me. Like the cards are just super clean. People love gold, so was happy to gem that up. I'm sure a Reds collector will be happy to add this to their collection. So like if we summarize, I think, of 49 cards, I'd say I've got 5, 10, 15, maybe 20 10s, say 27 or 8 9s, and then 3 8s. So, I mean, not the end of the world. I think I've got some decent enough cards in here. Between that, the Dominguez, I mean, shoot, maybe the no autograph. The Dominguez to 25, and maybe the Dominguez out of 499, the Green Crackle foil board. There's some decent enough cards. I think it'll offset having a heavier 9-8 submission than a 10, but still just super fun to send off to PSA. I think I was just over $1,000 in on the submission, it all in, if I remember correctly. So I'll go back, check that cost, and get that up on the screen for you so you can kind of track, you know, was this valuable? Because I think this is probably a fairly realistic submission for most people. Like, I went over the cards in detail, but none of us are professional graders. So at the end of the day, you can probably expect about a 50-50 or maybe a little less on 10s until you really, really dial it in. And you have some that are better than others, but it was super fun to get this back, open it up. I haven't done this many times, probably 3 submissions at this point to PSA. So always fun to do that, sell the things that I'm not interested in, keep the stuff that I love. So anyway, if you'd like to continue to see these, I'm kind of making another stack now of cards that I think are worthy of considering sending. So hopefully we can do another of these in the future, but leave a like if you enjoyed. And if you didn't, as always, please don't feel like you have to, and we will see you soon. Later.